I am well aware I am wearing too much blush. But you know what? It's okay. It looks good in photos and I plan to catfish anyway, so. Hi guys, my name is Emma. Welcome to my channel. Today it's pretty obvious what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Tall Girl and how, I don't want to say how bad of a movie it was because clearly, you know, actors and actresses work really hard and all, but I didn't like it very much, if I'm being honest with you. So if you guys didn't already know, I am 5'11 and 3/4. I just ran it to 6 feet tall because honestly it's closer, easier to say. I get my height from my mom's side. My great grandpa was from Belgium and apparently being tall in Belgium is quite normal. Mixed race queen. That was so gross. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Quite frankly, some things were accurate in the movie and some things weren't. According to the movie, my odds were already stacked against me because not only am I 6 feet tall, 6'2" in Nikes, I'm a woman of color and I'm fat. So I tried to use my height to my advantage in high school and it didn't work out. I tried to play basketball and I got kicked out the second year because I was not good. The only thing I was really good at was shooting hoops, but I wasn't very good at blocking despite my height or my size because I just wasn't fast enough. Little fun fact, the girl who plays Jodie was actually a dancer on Dance Moms before she got eliminated because apparently she was too tall. But anyways, let's get into it. So the movie centers around Jodie, who is 6'1" and she has size 13 Nikes. And apparently her whole life is terrible because she is 6'1". I'll be honest with you, her whole entire issue throughout the movie is that she just doesn't want to own her height. Her dad does make a couple efforts, although one of them go too far. There is no reason that she should be insecure. Her problems just aren't that huge, you know? Eventually, she falls for a character who is technically her height because he's Swedish, I believe. In the beginning, she's already like scrunching up her shoulders and she's slouching because she doesn't want to seem that tall. And let me tell you, the more you try to hide it, it just sucks more. I don't know where I was going with that. My experience in high school was completely different. I mean, I did have a couple short girls come up and tell me like, "Wow, you're so tall." It's obvious I'm tall. I think I'm aware of that. When I was in middle school, I was very self-conscious about my height just because all the girls around me were very short and thin, and obviously I'm not that, and so I thought I had to make myself into a person I'm not. If I'm being honest with you, being tall is really great. In Tall Girl, they totally over-exaggerate how bullying a tall person really is in high school. I mean, if anything, I was bullied more because I was overweight than the fact that I was tall. The only conflicting thing that I've experienced as a tall girl was that you don't want to emasculate the boy you have a crush on. And by that I mean, I've had several crushes on boys who were shorter than me, but they didn't want to be with me because they felt emasculated. And by that, they chose to have short girlfriends or like short girls. There are guys that literally won't date you because you are tall, regardless if your personality is amazing. And that's what I call a preference or a deal breaker. It doesn't really matter. It's a preference that a guy would want to date a skinny girl. It's a preference that a girl would want to date a tall guy. What's wrong is shaming anybody who doesn't fit your preference. It's obvious if a guy wants to date an athletic girl and he doesn't want to date a chubby girl, that's perfectly fine, you know? It doesn't really matter, it's just what you're attracted to. You just don't have to make people feel bad if they don't fit into your box. The only time I did get really upset about my height, and not necessarily myself, but the people around me, was when I graduated high school and this guy that I knew for all of my 4 years of high school, he slid into my DM and he admitted his feelings for me. And when he did this, I asked him sincerely, "Why didn't you admit your feelings to me when we were in high school?" And he just gave me a mumbly answer like, "Oh, well, your height and da-da-da." Quickly, I put two and two together. He didn't want to be with me in high school because a certain friend group that he had would make fun of him because he was with the tall girl. And the height difference wasn't even huge. I mean, he was 5'11" and I was 6 feet tall. And so it wasn't that big of an issue, but because he was afraid of what other people were gonna say, That's what it came down to. Anyways, movie continues. She ends up developing her feelings with this Swedish guy who doesn't value her. There is this short king, yo, and for some reason he carries a crate, and oh my gosh, when he flung that crate at this Swedish dude or this guy, I can't remember who it was, just made my entire day. I'm probably gonna insert a clip.
Guy, some vibes, bro. Hey.
Or not, because I don't want to have a copyright strike in my channel before it even starts. Throughout the movie, you can just tell he's had a crush on Jodie basically for his entire life, and for some reason she never considered him as a potential partner because of his height. Towards the end of the movie, it doesn't really matter because she ends up getting with him anyways because he defends her. Jodie's best friend is so poorly developed. It seems that she has no life outside of being Jodie's best friend, and you can call it cute if you wanted to, the fact that she's so loyal to her friend, but I kind of want issues on her side, you know? In high school, everyone is insecure. Everyone. You must be very, very special for you not to have any insecurities in high school. But Jodie's guy friend, whatever, now partner, what a man's. This movie itself just was very uninteresting. There were so many cliches in it. This guy likes this girl, the main character, but she likes this guy. Mean girl and her crush get together, and she also likes the crush. Eventually, it doesn't work out, and she likes the guy who liked her since the beginning. I am so sick of that cliche. Is this really what romance movies have come down to? Like, ugh. The part that infuriated me the most was the ending where she basically says, yeah, I'm a tall girl, but I'm not only a tall girl. I'm this girl, I'm this girl, I'm this girl. As if being a tall girl isn't great. That sentence by itself. And I feel like when she says that, it's like she's ignoring that part of herself. That's what makes her unique. And oh my gosh, I know it is so cringy when people say this, that you're unique and that's what makes you special. But let's be real here. If a girl has freckles all over her face, it makes her different. And that's what's so attractive. This is really cringy to say, but you're never truly going to have confidence until you learn how to love yourself. I had to do it. Everybody has to learn how to do it. And it takes a long time. And so the fact that Jodie, she goes in this blue colored pantsuit in front of everybody and says, yeah, you can make fun of me because I can take it. These writers should have come up with such a great speech, but no, I don't know why that just bothers me so much. I was so excited for this movie to come out because yes, I'll be honest with you, I did want to relate to a tall girl. I actually saw the casting call for this movie. They were looking for people who were 5'11" and taller, which I thought was really interesting, and I did want to, but they were filming so far. That's all I really have to say about this movie. This movie was such a huge letdown because I was really expecting something different. It was really just every romance movie, despite the fact that she's, 6'1", wears size 13 Nikes. I'm a size 11 in women's, I believe, yeah. This movie just was not it, guys. It was not it. Not it at all. But I mean, my experience as a tall girl kind of resembled to what she did, you know? Somewhat similar, disregarding the bullying. I didn't have a lot of self-confidence until I got into high school, which I really started embracing myself. I really like that part of myself that it doesn't matter where I am in the world, you know, in a public space, I will always stick out because I'm really tall and I'm chubby. And trust me, I don't even want to get into it, but I'm Latina and you do not want to be a tall girl in the Latin community because everybody is average height of 5 feet tall. And I say this with complete sincerity. It's terrible. For some reason, these men, they're like 4'11", they still have the audacity to catcall you. I'm like, dude, I'm two of you stacked on top of each other. So yeah, that's my piece about being a tall girl. Yeah, you guys better love yourself some tall women. She-Hulk, she's 6'7". Starfire, she's 6'4", and she fell in love with the short king, which is Nightwing, and he's 5'11", dude. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of my tomfoolery. And drop a comment down below if I said anything that was relatable to you, or if you just are feeling like it. Bye. Like, yo, being tall is so gnarly. Like, I'm not even kidding with you. Like, I love being tall. I don't even know why I'm tripping over this white girl in this privileged movie, yo.